Are we back? All right, we're back. I think.
We're back. I think. Oh
No
no.
problem.
No problem. Waiting out and okay, guys. I'll just assume we're back live. So here we go. Here we are again. B push can be the answer here for the side of Manson Gaming. They're down by 2. There's still a chance though to tie things up. The thing is, a heavy stack just like this might be the way to go. They still have to be careful though. Orbital Strike is available here for the side of Spades. And TG yet again bring out the Guiding Light. And that flash is enough to get rid of Quinn. Real peek there from TG alongside Ghost. He's going to be trying to do it again. But the wall now going to get in the way. Still the Sage is stuck here. And the Shock Dart will say hello and say goodbye. Already one down here for the side of the defenders. And the attack side. Oh no, Lost Boy, he clips onto the Omen. He almost got tried there. At least it was just gonna be Yuno not only moving away, he did get a kill. Black though from Sunti, he's at it again, Nausicaa! And Sunti getting 1-6 and Yuno though on the board. It's 2v1, make it 2v none. Romance and Gaming take that round.
Oh man, best effort there from Sunti. You know, you see this guy flanking, you're expecting at least 1 kill, but unfortunately could not clutch that one out from the team. And so it's going to be 6-5, just like that. You know, we started, I can't even remember how big the lead was. It was around 4 or 5-0.
5-0.
Yeah, now it's suddenly close to even. And all of a sudden, you know, the Spades back to a familiar situation of just feeling a little nervous again, because this game could slip away from them as well. They're going to have to secure this round and then hope for a better half, not giving CSB a chance to bring themselves back into this game.
Yeah, they just need to make sure they can at least win this round, keep that lead, and try to win the pistol into the next one. But we were talking about the profile of the Spades a few times already over the run of the promotions, right? And one of the things we've noticed really is just how they always put up a fight against the opponent. But conversely, you can see why some of these scorelines are a lot closer than you'd expect. It's because the Spades, they struggle on capitalizing on some big leads, especially when the opponent is able to adjust accordingly. And CSB, they've done the adjustments, they've decided to play a lot more aggressively, and this has been working out a lot better for the attacking side. But we're not done yet. Never count out any of these two teams. They're still shining and really glowing examples, and one of them has to be the guiding lights there on that sky. TPO on in. Here we go already with CSB setting up onto the site. They do have to put that spike down. Lost Boy is on it. But here we go. The Spades, this time they're a bit more prepared for this take. They're not stacking onto the defense side anymore. They might be able to play the TPs, play the push over to the hookah. But 6 with the kill on the Sirius. Sunti in the meantime with a refrag. He's not prepared though for one more player. It's Quinn on the board. And Nan blows up the Rays on the other side. 3v3. All about the stack over to the north and over to the corner. And as Nan decides to go over to that high shot, it is just going to be another distinct advantage here for the side of CSB. 2v1. The Spades putting up a fight. But it has to be the clutch right now from Nan. The Rico Ball stands alone. Double peek. We'll say goodbye. And that's that. Greetings, fellow players. It's CSB tying it up.
Oh man, that's huge right now from CSB, because that resets the game. You know, this could have gone a whole different way, you know, where CSB were going to be working from a huge deficit coming into the next half, but now they're able to even things out. And we're going to be approaching the second half as a fresh start, which honestly at this point really is only an advantage for CSB, because if they win this next half, it pretty much spells the end of today's promotion tournament and secures themselves a slot for Division A in Season 3 for our UAC Valorant Season 3. So it's just huge for them. Let's see if they can keep this up, or if the Spades will turn it up and extend things into a Game 3.
Yeah, we'll find that, because you know, sometimes when you look at the 6-6 scoreline, you can say, oh, it's an even game. But you can just also basically say half the game, absolutely nothing happened because of the score, and everything now boils down to this second half. But if we do get a bit of a draw here also, then overtime will be interesting, because we've seen that both sides can play the first sides that we've already gotten so far to a T. Can they do it now and try to make it work again? So CSB on the defensive this time. We got the Spades on the attack, trying to make that sky work again. We'll see though how they're going to be playing the entry. Yuno though prepared for the paranoia. Throws it down. Doesn't actually get a blind. No, it doesn't. Sunti sees Yuno very, very clearly. No shades whatsoever. No glasses necessary. It's already the first kill on the board for the Spades, as CSB is caught on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, we see two members here opposite the Sage wall. They are going to take it out. Sinks trying to do what he can. Shock Dart comes through as well, but Sunti going to push this in. He's taken out though by Lost Boy, and Sirius guarding here by Spawn. with a 4v4, this could still be a win for CSB. But as I say that, Tears gets a kill there onto Quinn. TG finds one as well. All of a sudden, members of CSB are falling one by one, and it's only Lost Boy who remains. That is going to be the first round of this half, going to the Spades.
And the Spades, they are going to be a bit more of a powerhouse on the attacking side with that double duelist with that Sky Even. Flashes into the kills, and enough is enough, says the Spades. And the power really of this composition is emphasized on how easily they took that B site. Again, we saw the stacks there onto the elbow area, onto the defense area. And when you're trying to play retake on B, you can't afford to do that. Someone needs to go for the flank. Someone needs to put some pressure on the other side. And if it's the Spades, just keep going after this B side, split push after split push. Wouldn't be too surprised to see the success for them because there's just so much power right now at the front line that can overrun any kind of composition on the opposing side. It might have to be the Cypher watching out here.
Oh, there goes that Tasmanian Tiger getting a stun, but they're not able to play off of it. Lost Boy hiding here in the corner. He's found there by Ghost, and Dan gets one as well as slowly Spades march on to the B side here. Couple of members hiding, but this is a familiar situation. Once again, waiting on elbow, waiting on spawn. As the plant comes down, Paint Shells not able to do much there. And now it's going to be about the defuse.
And this is just going to be such a difficult struggle right now for CSB. They're playing that double sentinel between that Cypher and the Sage, but they're still getting overwhelmed by the Spades anyway, so this is going to be a bit of a problem if the CSB roster cannot use their utilities properly on the defensive side. Sun Tito is waiting right beside that smoke. He's been playing quite the flank. He's been notable at it, as you've seen before, Nausicaa, but he says, you know, flank smack, we don't need that kind of thing. We're just going to be into the front line, and there you have it. Serious Ghost on the board. That should be enough for the round. The Spades will take another one and looking to survive even more so, keeping the lead in check, keeping the lead in their favor. And now the guns will be on the side of Romanson Gaming.
Yes, this will be the chance now for CSB to secure their own round and once again try and make things even. The Spades, you know, I'm sure they're trying to break that losing streak. They were able to up until the CSB team able to catch up once again. So now here we are, 8-6. The Spades gonna have to keep this consistency now and keep getting these rounds so that they can extend things into a game 3. But on the flip side, CSB, they're looking to really take this game and end things and finally secure their slot and move on from Division B to A.
Yeah, here we are at it again. Basically, another round that will define the storyline of this half. If the Spades takes this bonus, then it'll be a lot easier for them to run away with the game, especially with the comp that they're running. In the meantime, Romanson Gaming, they just need to configure accordingly. And I like the fact that they're already limiting the options on the A side. They put the wall into the shower. Might be a bit too early though before confirming anything else. Usually when you see this Sage decide to play that shower take, you try to make sure that someone is actually going to go here, because if you do it too early, there's still a lot of time for the Spades to play that area out. Now, there will be a contest there from the Jet, though, but more or less the short angle is the call to action here for MGS Spades. Lost Boy, though, watching out for the push if ever. And this is just going to be them trying to use that range advantage, trying to use those rifles to the best degree, as here comes Spades, prepared and ready to pounce.
All right, sinking their utility as they dive onto the A site here slowly. Gonna take up space, secure this U-Haul, using those Spectres, and now it's gonna be about to retake. The shock darts coming through, not able to secure a kill though. Lost Boy gonna take out this wall, and then just waiting here. A couple of trades there on the Sages. Now it's a 3v4 here, but the Res actually going to be used by Ghost there. TG is back in the game, but as I say that, the Rings is going to get a couple of kills. Quinn with 2 of his own, and other diffusers coming through. Can Ghost stop it with this Spectre? He goes through the smoke, and he's able to stop it. Now it's 1v2. Quinn gonna finalize that one, but he's taken out. Oh, you know, gonna clean that one up, and finally CSB secure a round of their own.
That was a huge flash from the sky, and honestly, could have been game-winning. Unfortunately, Ghost did not confirm the kill immediately, went for the flick, realized that the person was still alive, and that allowed the side of Romanson Gaming to get halfway through that marker, halfway through that spike. Then there was a turnaround, there was the kill anyway, and even though TG tried to make it close, it was just to no avail. In any case, though, it's still a very costly round here for CSB, and they want to go for a do-over in that one, but they still have the guns anyway coming into this one. Then again, the Spades are on the attack, on the prowl, 4 rifles and a judge. very interesting call here for Nan. He doesn't have the showstopper, so it probably will be the flights of those flashbacks instead. Triple push though over to B-Long. Here we go, Romantic Gaming giving the Spades a taste of their own medicine and says, you're not the only ones who can play the aggressive defense. We can do it too. Already 5v3 and a big target gone. The Sage is removed from the equation for Spades.
All right, putting the pedal to the metal there. Now it's going to be 3 people left on the attacking side, and CSB definitely looking to even things out here and eventually build their own lead. Right now they got the showstopper in the res, so let's see how Mapua answers this. The Spades, they don't have any ults, and the Jet is quite low as well. They're just hanging out here over at Long, trying to reset, maybe figure out, get themselves some intel. This is the difficult part though, now that they don't have the Sova. And the Sky isn't here as well. Since she was taken out, they won't be able to collect much info. That Dart, though, is going to get them some info that some of the members of Spades are waiting here at Long. But now Sunti going to put the smokes down, going to put out the Molly as well. And now there's the signal, jumping into the B side. Quinn taken out immediately by Nan there. This is the opening. It's a 3v3. Bladestorm is up as well for the Jet. And this is it, the retake.
Yeah, Nan just really trying to duel against Quinn as much as possible. The raise is making a big difference in a game like this. 3v4 though, time is ticking. And Agi on the high ground right now for the side of CSB. So this is what we're talking about. A bit of that flank action. Sandwich the opposition, especially if they're setting up on site. Slow Orb now gonna get thrown 6 in the meantime with a bit of a push. Sees the raise there. Nan with the kill out the one, but Yuna and Lost Boy are there to clean up house. Now the only one left is Sunti. He's behind the site, but can he get the kills? Yes, he does! The lineup is there! And again, we have to pray to our Lord and Savior Sunti because he is just absolutely glowing right now for the Spades to clutch it out, win out that round, and break it to CSB. That's they say that we can actually win these kind of fights.
Oh man, that started out as a 3v4, but this 3k by Sunti able to secure themselves that round, and that puts them at a 2-round lead here. They were so close, you know, CSB were so close to evening things out. But the Spades able to clutch that one out with the help of Sunti, and now they're able to maintain healthy enough lead here as we get the pause coming through. Not sure if this one's a tactical or a technical one, but regardless, that is going to give a bit of time for our teams to breathe. Looking at the economy, a bit low here on the side of CSB. It's probably going to be forced to save. See a couple of sheriffs coming through. And man, will this be an extension into a game 3 for the Spades?
You know, I just gotta commend Mapua. You know, sometimes many of us we live on electricity, but apparently the Spades they're solar powered by this point. They're looking at renewable energy, and right now Sunti, he is just reinvigorating this roster with 17 kills. That's really just the pressure of being controller. Sometimes you have to make the right decisions, but Sunti, not only does he get the proper utility to work, but the decisions he has in those clutch situations really essential to win it out. Perfect place to go for the lineup to get that takedown. And honestly, CSB, they felt confident because in the round before the last one, they won out against the Spades, who put up a wall already, went for the retake, and eventually made it work. Sure, the Spades could have won it out if they played a little bit better, but a win is a win, and Ransom Gaming was happy about that. Then in that last round, they went for the push, and they said, okay, no Sage for you, no walls to get in our way, but apparently, it was never the wall that was getting in their way. It was just Sunti, and that is just going to be so good, because CSB, they showed up that they've learned from previous rounds. They played it to an absolute T, play even the flank. But if the Spades can figure out what to do on the spot, on the fly, even at a disadvantage, then they're really gearing up for game number 3.
Let's see if they can actually do that. We see, though, the Spades are positioning for a possible A push. It's the Sage here waiting nearby U-Haul. They were going to go for a save round here, so it's just the Sheriff to work with, although CSB do have a couple of ults here. So if they do get a couple of picks, this could definitely be a win for them still. As we see the Tiger come through, just checking if that Trailblazer can find any kind of information. Right now, I'm going to play it a bit slow.
Yeah. And interesting enough, we're not getting these ultimates that quickly. And as I say that, the Seekers are coming, because I was a bit worried from the start of the game, and now I was worried about, are we not going to see the Seekers? But apparently, be careful what you wish for, because here comes the Spades unleashing the showstopper as well. 2 already down, the Seekers giving chase, and it's 5v3. Nausicaa, all I need to do is ask for it. And these guys, I know they can't hear me, especially in real time, but they just feel it, and they got it there. The plant is coming, and Papua, good use of their ultimates to start things off.
Yeah, the Spades, regardless of whether they're in a winning or losing position, you ask and they will give for sure. And right now, Sync's actually able to get a pick there on Nan with that pistol. But he's going to fall down as well. The 4v3 Lost Boy tries to do what he can with the Sheriff, but Ghost will get that 3K. And now, kind of a flipped situation here. 3 rounds away from securing this one. MGS Spades looking to extend this to a Game 3 and secure their Division A slot. They're the team coming from Division A. It's CSB that is trying to prove that they can replace this team to move on to Division A. But we'll have to see, as obviously the Spades are looking to redeem themselves from that loss yesterday.
Yeah, and the Spades, Nausicaa, what a surprise. They're off to another good start. Wow. But honestly, it's just all about keeping this momentum. In all reality, for the Spades, it's not about getting to that 12. It's about finishing it. We've seen the powerhouse of the MGS Spades, especially when this team is in complete control and in complete momentum. But then again, can they wrap it up? Can they force out the game number 3? Will they be able to do it? It was a 3-game slaughter last time. Can they do it again? That'll be the question. Agi in the meantime, with a kill onto Nan. Sirius does get the refrag. This is just utter confidence from the Spades to go for the push, and they just need to stick it until the sun don't shine. But Santi again, finding another one. Lost Boy though with a kill onto Ghost. It's 3v3. Santi though caught out by Sinks, and a perfect opportunity played out by the Cypher. Be careful of that elbow because the Cypher is just waiting patiently. A bit of that info right now. Sirius though on 1. Yuno gonna get on the board. TG tried to fight back, but Sinks is there to sink these hopes and dreams. The Spades, they tried to fight into the front line, but right behind them there was a Cypher with a knife ready to go and plunge it to their behinds.
Oh man, huge round there for CSB as they maintain, trying to close out this gap between them and the Spades. Right now we're going to see a couple of rifle buys come through. Don't think Quinn can afford to go for a rifle here himself. On the attacker side, they still have a little bit of credits left, so they will go for those full buys, half shields here and there. Quinn going to be forced onto the Frenzy full shield here. But we'll see, 2 rounds away from evening things out. CSB 1 game away from securing their slot here in Division A. Showstopper by Quinn. So aggressive here. Actually finds Santi, saying he can't flank at all for this round. He's going to have to say goodbye. See you in the next one. Nan, though, going to fall. Lost Boy finds one. Serious trades, though. The 3v4 and the defense so aggressive here. Serious going to punish them for that one. Going to even things out the 3v3.
That was a good call for both sides. You have the showstopper, but no money. Might as well go for the aggression. And Agi now goes for the rest on Quinn. Ghost bringing back Nan, and the races are back. The dark cover in the way, and we got a 4v4. But the other side of the coin, it was the Spades reading that correctly. They decided to go for the stack onto the fountain, protecting each other as much as possible. Sure, they lost one to the showstopper, but at least they got kills back. And Sirius right now, he is going to be able to get 3 so far. Options here for the Spades to go for the rotation using that teleporter, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. The Spades making the right decisions in this round, but CSB still fighting back. We have a match here, ladies and gentlemen. This is really a heavy competition for both sides, and either side can take it. We'll see though, as Ghost is going to put this spike down. Will Sinks be able to peek in time? Agi though in the meantime with the duel against Nan. 3v2, 2v1 as Sirius gets a quad. It's all eyes on the open here for CSB. And can Yuno know exactly what to do? No, a penta for Sirius to wrap up the round. And the Spades 1 away from coming into match point.
Oh man, Sirius, you can count on this guy to do things under pressure. He's able to find those kills and get the 5K in that round. Great job from him to really even further cement this lead that they have right now against CSB. He was doing so well in the matches yesterday, and he's showing up again here today when it counts. Santi as well, of course, pretty pivotal to the team as well. But like you said, Dax, this is a familiar position. They were in the lead yesterday before we saw that crazy overtime spree. Now let's see if they can secure these next 2 rounds here.
find out if they can actually just go for it and get that dub to force out game number 3. Here comes the Boombot trying to say hello, Quinn. So close to Nan. And that Phantom just putting on quite a show. Though, in the meantime, flushed out because of the pain shells. And we'll see if there's preparations here from the Spades to watch out for an upcoming Omen. Oh, that Trailblazer, it says, oh, hello, Sinks. Would you like to be my friend? And eventually he just decides to chomp on his head, get the concuss on. Sirius now in the meantime with the kill lost by here comes Sirius on the prowl, taking points. And speaking of the point, Nan deciding to hop on in and catch out Sinks. So 5v2, CSB trying to play the flank, but since there's no one putting pressure on the other side, it's very obvious for the Spades where they have to look. And overall, it's spike planted. Might be a 12-8 coming soon unless the taps really happen the way that you would like.
Peeking with this frenzy, finds one. He's gonna look for the rifle now, but Santi is there to keep him from crossing over and onto the side. Aji here, though, coming in from Hookah. Gonna try and find a one-tap maybe. Able to secure the Phantom as Aji gets one. Now it's gonna be a 2v3. Bit of tension here as they know they can still win this, but as I say that, Santi gets one and Aji taken out as well. They did decide to save that round, so this next one is gonna count, but that's one round away now as Spades tries to extend things into a game 3.
Yeah, and this is match point now for the Spades, but these guys cannot be complacent whatsoever. Because honestly, Nausicaa, I just have to say it, it's really been a game of inches here for the Spades. Not just for this series, not just for yesterday, but overall in season number 2. Division A, they only got put into relegation as promotions just because they lost a head-to-head with a team with a similar record. Yesterday, overtime, it was forced out by their opponent because they couldn't wrap up these rounds. And their odds are stacked for them to win out this game. They are on 12-8. But they need to make sure they still have security, and this is their best chance to prove it. Have they gotten that extra inch they needed to stay in Division A? Or will that small little distance be the thing that puts them in Division B if they cannot win against CSB? Time to find out, though, starting from now. Ghost planting the spike down. Here we go. The Spades very confident in this push, so overall, it's still there. Question is, though, because already we have CSB preparing on the other side, can they hold this one out?
There's 2 members coming through TP now and approaching Hookah, while the other members here of CSB are coming from spawn and elbow. Same position here for Sinks. Gonna have to take out that wall. Aji approaching now from Hookah. It's just a matter of the signal of when they will go for the peak ghost. Waiting here, TG though, coming in with the flag and able to get a couple of kills, trades everywhere, and it seems like this might just be the round and the game for MGS Spades, 13-8. And like you said, Dax, it's going to be MGS Spades from Mapua University securing this game and extending things into a game number 3. The hope is alive for this team.
They needed that one, not just to survive, honestly. It's just to prove to themselves that they can wrap it up. And there you have it. They got that extra inch on. They got that small little nuance that allowed them to get the win. But the question is, can they go the extra mile and beat CSB? 1-1 the scoreline, another familiar fight for the Spades. And, when we looked into this kind of matchup, when we look into any matchup for the Spades, right, it always feels like it can go close. I think overall, for the teams we gotten in the setup of UAC, I think the Spades is one of the best teams in a best of 3. Unfortunately for them, the season is best of 1, so they have to show up already or they will just lose it out anyway. It's just a matter of endurance, a matter of trying to figure out who is absolutely hot over the day, and the Spades, they're getting it right now. Look at it. The sun has set for the day here in the Philippines, but not for the Spades whatsoever.
Very true. And man, this is going to be a very intense last game for the promotion tournament to find out who is going to secure the final slot in Division A for Season 3 of UAC Valorant. We are going to be taking a short break before we move into the next game. But of course, the University Alliance Cup wouldn't be a thing without our amazing sponsors and partners. So USC 2021 is powered by Globe Telecom, our official telco sponsor, Riot Games, Twitch Student, Kovac 2.0 by the Meta, and Valorant PH, our community partner. So once again, we have been your casters. I am Nausicaa and Dax. After this short break, we'll find out who will secure the last slot, so don't go away.
dear mother, light of the home.
Dad?
Hey, baby! Greetings, Professor Rodolfo.
May I be absolved
From
Math club tomorrow.
Nag-globe virtual hangout